Hi, so the past few days I have been battling perfection and self-sabotage, and this is something that I know so many people are also battling. I started a YouTube channel this year, and I decided that I'm just going to post videos. And for the past few, I can say months, I have been trying to figure out how to post, how to edit, and how to just basically make videos and post it on YouTube. And it's been a journey. I've learned a lot actually, and it's been really, really great. I've been able to make so many videos. Actually, not many, like 4 videos. For me, those are like many videos because I have been able to like learn the art through the videos and just get to know how to do everything that I have done. But the problem is it has been really, really difficult for me to just try and figure out. But now the thing is, I have mastered a little bit of what I need to know, like the basics of how to make videos on YouTube and also in all these other social media platforms, the process of editing, the process of just posting and adding everything that is needed to be added on the videos. But the problem is, I am really trying to be perfect, and that has been really difficult. Every single time I make a video, I want that video to be extremely perfect. I want that video to be well edited. I want that video to look aesthetically pleasing, which has been a really difficult challenge for me because every single time, every single video that I make, I just feel like I'm not making the videos to my full potential, which, if you may ask me, because this is just like the beginning of me starting making videos, so I'm completely a beginner. If you ask me what is the benchmark that I'm really trying to look for in making these videos, I really, really don't know. But I just feel like I am not making the perfect videos. And that has also gone all the way to my crafting. I started crocheting when I was really, really young. And then I learned it from my mom. And then from there, I actually stopped crocheting in primary school all the way through high school. And then when I go to campus, I just remember that I really learned this beautiful skill. And at first, I started crocheting just as a way to just not be idle. And then it turned to a way of me coping because I had some mental issues that I was dealing with, and it was just a way to just cope and really be creative. And I don't know, there's just something about being creative that links to crafting and art that is just it's just there's just something there that I don't know how to explain it, but it was really how I got into crocheting. And then from there it just went to me trying to make crocheting a business, which has also been very, very difficult because pricing and also trying to just get customers and all the things that you need to do, marketing, learning how to market, learning how to do your sales, learning how to manage every single thing. It has been really, really difficult to learn, which I have managed a little bit, but it's difficult. But the problem is, when you try to make every single thing perfect in your life, you end up not making anything at all because you just find that there's nothing that is perfect, and this leads to no progress at all in your crafting, in your creativity, in your, making videos on YouTube. And that's why a whole year I have been able to make only 4 videos. And when it comes to my crafting, I have really been trying to figure out what I really want to do. And it's difficult because when I started making crochet pieces, I used to love anything that I made. It didn't matter if it was looking bad, if the stitches were all wrong, if the counting was all wrong. I just wanted to make something. And once I made it, I was just in love with it. But then these days, every single thing that I make, I just feel like I'm not hitting the creative spot that I am supposed to hit, or there's just something that is just not right. And every single time, and I think this is where the perfection comes in, and also the fact that I want to create pieces that are perfect and pieces that show creativity, and I'm trying to compare myself to other people, to other creative designers who maybe they had to pass through a lot for them to make that piece. And then when I try to make a really creative piece and it's difficult, I just stop making it and I give up. So I'm battling giving up early and also trying to make things perfect. And in order for something to be good, not really perfect, in order for something to be good, you have to pass through all those failures and all those maybe designing blocks and all those things in order for you to make something that is great. But that is something that I have been struggling with. So I don't know if it's only me. I don't know if it's only me who's really having these difficult moments when it comes to their crafting and designing and also content creation and just doing things that you love in general. So as I'm also trying to figure out these feelings that I'm feeling about perfection and sabotage, it also dawned on me that social media could also be one of the things that has really affected artists, because you find that you create a piece and then most of us we love validation. We love when we post a piece and then we get so many likes or so many views, and then people down there are just commenting on your video, asking you how you made the piece or how much it costs, or the piece is so beautiful. So that really validates you and makes you feel like you are really, really doing something. So when you end up posting a piece that maybe you've put all your creative juices inside that piece, and then now you post it and then it doesn't receive the same kind of validation that it receives, you end up feeling like, oh, maybe this piece wasn't good enough, or oh, maybe this piece wasn't creative as I thought. And maybe that could also be a factor that has also brought up this perfection and self-sabotage kind of a thing. But at the end of the day, whatever you're making, especially when it comes to art, you should be the first person who validates whatever you're making before you show it out to the world and other people validate it. And that is something that is new to me, and I'm trying to work on it, because all my life I have been that person who seeks validation from other people and not from within me. And I am learning. That is a thing that I am learning, and so far I've been able to just learn how to be able to validate myself first before getting validation from other people. And I guess that is something that I should also extend to the kind of work that I do, especially when it comes to crafting and when it comes to also content creation. I should be able to validate myself and tell myself that, you know what, whatever you're sharing is valuable and it's great, and you just need to accept that you're doing a good job, and whatever you have created, whatever piece you have made is really beautiful, so that when I put it out there, I am confident that deep within me it's great, so that even if I don't get validation out there, when I post it, I am still satisfied and I am still um, feeling like I have done something that I love. So anyway, I have learned that perfection is a state of mind. It is something, this is a process that I'm learning step by step, and I'm trying to just figure it out as I go, because anyway, life is just all about figuring out things as you go. So I've figured out that perfection is a state of mind. And if I put my mind into something and I tell myself that this thing is perfect, to me, it should be perfect. And I should just relax and settle in that position of whatever I have created is perfect. So there's no perfect thing, because we human beings are not perfect. Like we always say, we are not perfect, but that doesn't mean that you cannot just set your mind to accept that something that you have made, especially when it comes to art, is perfect. So all I need to do, and this is something that I'm telling myself even now as I'm making whatever I'm making, in whatever I do, I should change my mindset and make myself believe that whatever I'm creating is okay, is good, and it's perfect. And you know, it looks good. Just generally, it looks good, and I don't need to feel the need to be validated by people out there, or even my friends, even my family. I just need to know that art is art, and maybe the imperfections that I see on my art is perfect to someone else. Someone else might see it and just say, wow, how did you just make that thing? Because not all of us really have the same skills, not all of us have the same hobbies and talents, and maybe another person's talent is not my talent. We are all creative in our own way. We are all built to be creative in our own way. The design that someone else makes, it cannot be the same as mine. Like, for example, in crochet world, some of us were made to just use tutorials and use other people's designs to make our own things, and it's okay. They create those tutorials, they create those patterns, they create all those things, all those videos for us to watch and learn from them and make pieces like those. And that is just something that I'm really trying to learn. I'm also trying to learn the power of not comparing myself to other people. This is really tough because sometimes you just look at other people and you feel like you haven't done anything with your life, or you're not doing whatever you're supposed to do with your life. But one thing I've learned is, if I was in maybe that person's shoe, I'll also be craving to do something. uh, I'll also be craving to be like someone else, because we are out here craving to be like other people when other people are craving to be like us. And it's okay. It's okay to admire. It's okay to set goals and say, you know what, I want my crochet uh, creativity or my crochet skills to be like so and so's crochet skills, or the way I make videos, I want my videos to be this perfect like so and so's videos. But at the end of the day, you are you, and I feel like you are your own competition. Yes, we really need competition, because even a business cannot thrive in a place where there are no competitors. So competition really enhances creativity. So that is the thing. It's okay to compare yourself to other people, but it's not okay to make your whole, creativity about what they create. It's okay to just crave and say, you know what, I want to be as creative as so and so, but it's okay to not be creative like so and so. Another thing I've also learned is practice makes perfect. And I know I have said perfect like 500 times. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you learn, the more you acquire new skills, and the more you learn that, oh, this is a new way of doing this, and this is a new way of doing that, and it enables you to be better. They always say that consistency beats talent 100% all the time. Yeah, because the more consistent you are, the more you learn new things, the more you perfect whatever it is that you're doing. So I can't remember if it was a book that I was reading or it's a podcast I was listening to, but it was a story about the pottery teacher who was teaching people how to make pots, and then he divided the class into two and told them that he's going to give them a test, and this test was to just make he divided the groups into two and told group A, you're going to make the perfect pot, and then told group B, you're going to make as many pots as you can. So it was actually quality over quantity. And then told them that whatever you make, that will be the end result, as in the results of like the end term result, something of the sort. So they went ahead and made it, and actually it was discovered that the group that made the perfect pot was the group that made so many pots. So I think, because they were making so many pots, they knew where to perfect and what to do to make the perfect pots. I know I have really butchered that story, but it goes something like that. So practice makes perfect all day, any day. And all you just have to do is just keep making, keep making, keep making until you find that perfection that you are looking for. And I know that, as I have said, perfection is a state of mind. But at the end of the day, in order for you to make something beautiful, you have to make it so many times. Just to end it with, I just want to say that I know that sometimes we may feel like we are not living to our potential and we are not living the perfect life that we are supposed to live. But at the end of the day, life is meant to live and not to perfect. So at the end of the day, just live your life and don't really struggle to perfect your life, because every single imperfection that is in life is supposed to be there in order to make quality of your life. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like, subscribe, and I hope you've learned something from it. I think I am going to also try and practice making videos, such videos, so that I can also learn how to just be able to talk to the camera without having notes down here that I'm referring to every single minute. But till next time, I hope that you've learned something. See you in the next video. Bye.